And welcome to the hiredgun podcast with your host, the hiredgun. First, like, subscribe, shit. How y'all doing, y'all? So today's episode, we are gonna be talking about what happened on Raw. This is episode. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Episode 120 of the Hiredgun podcast. So Raw had its moments, like it wasn't a go home show. It wasn't, but it felt that way. Because it told more stories. It 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 had an impact on certain things. Chad won like he was supposed to the Garland match. Now we did see Javon Evans get the what's the word for it? We did see Javon Evans tweak his character a little, and he got some momentum going and everything, and so much that the crowd didn't want him to lose. Which is good. Which is good. There's nothing wrong with him. Um, you know, I know people wanted him to win, but he wasn't going to win. Like like there's times to push Javon. There's times to push him. This ain't the time right now. But he did good. He did good. He did real good. And but Chad was supposed to win that. And Chad won. And then we got some more of the vision, and even though they're keeping them together, you can see the totem pole for them is not as big as it used to be. You know, and then you can see this is more about Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory now. Then Braun, and that's sad. That part's sad. Like it's more about Austin Theory and the main Dupree so much that they Paul Heyman pretty much shifted his way out of that situation. Like Paul said, if she's doing all this, what do you need me for? And he walked off. And we talked about this yesterday on what they're doing with Ron. You know, and maybe they turn it around and they go back to him eventually. And make him the star he should be. But it's obvious it's not right now. It's obvious that we're not with that right now. Now Bronson Reed's coming back pretty soon, like in a couple of weeks, and that's good. To the division, they need him. They need more muscle, you know, to go with what's going on right now. It's true. And then Logan Paul, they say he's ahead of schedule, but that's hearsay right now. That's hearsay. But even that got a story. Uh, we shouldn't we shouldn't let Otis and Tozawa talk anymore on the mic. Shouldn't happen. Sorry, y'all. Right? But we shouldn't let them talk on the mic no more. There's nothing good about that statement with them talking. And I get it. It has to happen, right? Because you know you can't tell a story with Maxine turning heel without them being for. And then you got to fill the card up now. Whether this is a TV situation or on the pay per view for SummerSlam. Like you got 2 nights of this, right? So you got to fill this card up with stuff, you know. And now we obviously know that Becky and not Becky, Bailey and what's her name? Her tag team partner, which Becky's leaving. I mean, I am Becky. Bailey's leaving, dog. She's leaving. Right? Like Monet can't keep her mouth shut. Like she just can't. She just can't. Like she said something. Well, she teases something again on social media, and that's her best friend. So if Monet don't know, then no one knows. But it's coming. You know, because you can tell that um Bailey feels some type of way. Like and she knows that she can do better out there. Uh, um, out there in TNA or AEW, and she sees how her best friend gets used, and she's never gonna get used like Charlotte. She's never gonna get used like um Becky. Like she's not. You know what happened last night or what was said last night. Some of that's true. Uh, okay. Some of that's true about um some of that's true with Laura, what's her name, dog? I'm over her name mixed up. Not mixed up. Lyra. Lyra. You know, like, like, when she said that now, I don't believe this. I think Bailey is better than all of them, but that's not me. A lot of people don't feel like Sasha's better than her. They're gonna feel like Charlotte's better than her, and Becky's better than her. Now resume, all of them got a better resume than her. They do, and without the heel turn, she doesn't win half the stuff she wins. Maybe not even in the company still. Now, do I think she's on the AEW? Eventually, yes. I think she's on the AEW. I think she will. But I think she's gonna make a stop in TNA first, right? Because she did say she wanted to wrestle in TNA, right? So I can see that happening first. I can see that happening first, and then we go from there. You know, um, But even that got a story last night. Because what they did, what they did last night was, I mean, even though the Bailey and even though that match is going to be on Saturday Night Main Event, even that had to get they had to put some stuff like more stuff on that, and go from there. Hold on, y'all. Hold
The child has been dropped off. Has anyone come to the house yet?
on. But yeah, I mean, even then, like the story has to be told. The story has to be told. The story has to be told. The story has to be um delivered. Because even with that, before they put Cody and CM Punk versus Gunther and Sammy, boy, listen, that was trash on there before that, and I hate to say that because I like who was on the card, but like you got to give us more than that to tune in for that kind of shit, you know. But you know, but Raw was a decent show. Listen, the best match on the card. You know what? I'm gonna give two because I don't give the women enough love on my podcast, and I should, and I should. Alright, so um, Io and Raquel did good. No, Roxanne did good last night. Very good match. So I'm gonna give it a little more than I'm gonna give it to who else for the name because like I need to see Dragon Lee and Javon Evans by themselves. Like I need to see like the gauntlet match is cheating. I need to see Javon Evans and I need to see Javon Evans and Dragon Lee by themselves. Because what we got, man, it was beautiful. Alright, and I also need to see, um, yeah, um, Roxanne, not Roxanne, yeah, Roxanne. Hold on, yeah, because I don't want to say the wrong names and give y'all some bad information because that's not true. Like I don't want it. I want it to be to a T. You know, I don't want to tell you what's the name or this person, that person. Um, Neo and Raquel. Raquel. And then you had people come out now. Updates here. Um, um, what was the update? I was gonna say. Oh, Stephanie's coming back pretty soon. Now, either next week or the week before. Yeah, the week before the pay per view. It's gonna happen. She's gonna come back. Right? You know, and they need it. They need it. They do need it. So I'm not going to stay too much on this topic because I'm going to mention it and I'm going to leave it alone. So Mitchum and Keith Lee got a divorce. I'm sorry to hear that. I am. I am. I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of Mitchum. Yeah. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Like a lot. But um, but with Keith Lee, so when I looked it up on Google, they said he was flirting to Russell, and they said that he said he was flirting to Russell. It's his timing, alright. And then when I looked it up again, and Carden looked it up too, it was different. It said something different, alright. And it was saying that yeah, even though um, mixed reviews they said, and then but AEW Tony Khan has had talks about bringing him back. Now, what I did, what I before when I got on the phone with Ryan today, Ryan, love you. Keith, I was reading something about Keith Lee, and like the word going around is that they believe he's retired right now, and he won't come back. It's sad. That's horrible. It is. It is. But he had a bad um, reaction to COVID and his heart. Um, and he what happened? He just it just didn't work out. I mean, he got sick. He got real sick, and he ain't been back since. He ain't been, he got the same thing that happened with Ray Wyatt. All right, it's just Ray Wyatt's not with us anymore, and Keith is. But I don't think he's ever gonna wrestle again. From what I'm hearing, he wants to. You know, so there's that. And the last thing I would say about that situation with him and Misha me getting divorced, she say that they're still good friends. You know, so that's that. You know, but that's what I'm talking about with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. So the Seth and Roman contract signing. So even though I like the promo from last week with Seth, a lot of people didn't, and they said it was boring. And but you gotta understand when not certain people can do both. And I, I'm gonna say that I say that to say this. You know, Seth was by himself last week until LA Knight came out there and helped out the situation, right? But Seth was by himself last week, so he had to do this by himself last week, and some people can do both. Like CM Punk can do a great promo by himself, and he can do a great promo with somebody there to throw stuff off, you know. And again, I like the promo from last week from stuff, all right. But you know, what Roman said this week, it's kind of true. Like stuff is a hater, you know. But the promo stuff did this week was better, and then the Roman promo was good. Like the stuff get. I mean, did Roman get him? He did. He did. Alright, but here's my only tiffy on the Roman promo. He gotta stop telling people like they work daddy and shit. Alright, because Vince was his work daddy. Okay? Alright, and he just used that on Austin Theory back in the day. And Vince is his work daddy. Now, I can't give credit for me saying that. Y'all said that shit last night. Alright, so I'm gonna give his props on that one there. Alright. But Vince is his work daddy. You know? So he gotta stop using that. And then if Vince wasn't his work daddy, um um Cody Daddy was his work daddy. So like he got to stop doing that one that. Now, but other than that, he still got because I love stuff. I do. Top two. He's top two. Sometimes he's one. And in the ring, the only reason he's not one because it does a Will Ospreay, like a Will Ospreay. You know, it's the only reason he's not number one. All right, and I say that because of the fact that when he tried to do some Will Osprey moves, they got bunched. Like recently, like he tried to do some like Will Osprey stuff, all right, against Braun, and both times he tried to do some stuff, it didn't pan out well. So I can't put him at one all the time. I can't. I can't. Like Will's better. Right? But like he got him. And then the stuff that stuff said to Roman, it hit, but and I mean this for both people now because Ryan did say that this feud is born to him. All right, and I'm quite sure some people, like other people feel that way because in all reality, it shouldn't be Roman and stuff. It should be over and stuff. I mean, over and Roman. It should. It should. It should. And I'm gonna get into over in a minute because he said something. He said something that people didn't know. That didn't know. I didn't want to. Didn't want to believe that that happened. But so it shouldn't be self-enrollment. It should be over enrollment. But we getting this because we didn't get this last year. And don't get me wrong, I still love this feud. I do. But like, and then people will just complain about this shit in regard, like it's still gonna make money, like it is, and I'm cool with that. Alright, now, but it shouldn't main event night two. It shouldn't. You shouldn't. It should main event night one, and Cody and CM Punk should main event night two. It is what it is on that. And if you disagree with me, God bless. Now let me get into this over shit. So Over said something last night that, and Paul said something last night. Paul was making fun of Over giving up his title shot to fight Roman. Now some people didn't realize that Over did that, right? But he did. He said the title and all that would be will always be there. And he forfeited his title match. Now, I said this before. If if, if you never put Over in that tournament, right, right, and you put somebody else in the tournament besides Over, we still get well, we need to go with two matches that's gonna be on this card. We still get Seth versus Roman, and we definitely still get Over versus Brock. Now, what Over said last night, for me, okay, it was okay for me what he said last night. When he said that if he would have took the championship match, Brock just would have interfered in it. Now, I didn't think about this last night, but I thought about it today. So he said that, right? But he did say something. He said something when he beat Dom and he called out Brock. He told you then that it was on take more than just Dom. I mean him trying to screw him out of something or interfere in something for him to lose. So he said that, and then he said, oh, he said last night, like, listen, he was better off not saying anything about that, like anything. I, but it's done. Now I don't know what what's gonna be free on ESPN. I doubt the Hell in the Cell match is free on ESPN. I doubt. Oh, we can sorry, we can eliminate a couple things. We know the main events are not going to be on free TV. This we know, all right? And I'm pretty sure the Hell in the Cell match is not going to. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Let me not say that. I know. So, and we also got a six-man tag match, which I knew what we gonna. I knew we were gonna get this eventually anyway. With the Usos and Jacob versus versus um versus oh Solo, Race Keith, and other than that. Like I said this before Raw came on that was going to happen. You know, so we got that added to the pay per view too. All right, which you got to fill this card out. All right, you have to make people want to buy this card and make people buy tickets. So you got to fill this shit up with stuff. All right, so we'll probably get Corbin versus Trick versus Mello too. That's when they get added. I don't know. We got. I talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, I talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow or Thursday. One of these. Tomorrow. I talk about that shit tomorrow with Big Cash and Enzo. We'll talk about that tomorrow. All right. But I'm gonna end the show with that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch E-Feds. Um, New Breed. Y'all be safe out there, y'all. This is the High Gun and the High Gun podcast. Please like, subscribe, share. Get it out there too. Um, this is the High Gun podcast with your host, the High Gun. God bless. Love you. I'm out.